ever thought that if you step back and allow your child to do them, they may totally catapult your life from where it is right now? They may take the family's name to another level, to different heights. They may take you out of poverty. Totally change the trajectory of your life if you just stand back and let them be them and do them. Their gift, talent, or skill may take you and the whole family much further than what you could have ever imagined. Okay, I grabbed some lotion. I wanted to talk to y'all about this on the balcony, just for the sake of the ambiance. It's beautiful out there. However, I can hear like the AC units from inside of here, so I know that'll be an issue. In the near future, I'll probably order one of those smaller mics that mutes out all of the outside noise so that you guys can hear me, because I love being outside talking. But I want to talk about legacy. Maybe this is more so for men, women too, but more so for men, for the men that follow me. Legacy. You know, a lot of times when we're looking around and we have been brought up a certain way in tradition, and this is the way it's supposed to be, and then you're looking around at social media, you're looking around at society, your classmates and family members, especially in terms of family. Of course, I hear women talking about reproducing, childbirth, becoming a mom, but I also hear men talking about being fathers. And a few years back, I don't know what sparked it up, but the question came to me, what's the point in having children? Why do you want to have children? I asked myself the question after my kids are already here. But the answers that I've received have been very one-sided, very selfish. You normally hear with men, they talk about legacy, the family name. But there are a couple of things that are not considered with that. How can you be so sure that your son is going to grow up and want to follow in your footsteps? Moms, entrepreneurs, mom or dad, what makes you so sure that your son or daughter will be interested in the path that you've created, in that business that you've started? They may not have the capacity to handle that which you're trying to leave them. They may not have the passion. They may not have the drive. And most importantly, they don't have the grace. This is especially to my people who love the Lord, called according to his purpose. You think about the scriptures that talk about a good man leaving an inheritance for his children's children, I believe it is. And that's a great thing. That's the way it's supposed to be. But who told you that your children will have a capacity to maintain that which you have built? God put something unique in everybody. We all have something different. There may be some similarities, but we are all different. Called according to the purpose of the Most High God. Your purpose may be to be an entrepreneur. However, your son, his purpose may be to open a landscaping business and have chains of them all over the U.S. It may be your daughter's mission to own tax services all over the U.S. Or maybe she just has a booming business, attorney law firm in the state that you raised her in. Maybe she have a booming business 4 or 5 states across the United States away from you, and she has a booming business there. Maybe your daughter is going to marry a man who's going to fully take care of her, and she's busy following his vision and cultivating what they have together. Because remember, you gave your daughter away to her husband. So what sense does it make for you to still try to puppet your daughter, manipulate, or require, expect for her to do certain things when you gave her away to a man? We have to remember the order of things and what we're really doing. Understanding what we're really doing. But on legacy, I hear men talking about, oh, my son's going to do this, he's going to do that. He's going to give me grandchildren. He's going to give me a whole baseball team. You know, it's a possibility that your son could actually decide to be on the other side of the tracks, where you have no biological grandchildren. Tough to hear, hard pill to swallow, but this is life. How many people, or even you, have you ever had anything to blindside you since you've been alive? Things that you never thought would happen to you. Things that you never planned, but it happened. It's reality now. Some of the things that your parents wanted you to do, did you do everything that they wanted? Did you do everything that they required? Nevertheless, you have these requirements already set up for your children who haven't even come into this world. And for those of you who are like me, you already have children. The best thing that we can do is to train them up, give them the best of us, show them balance, take them to the water, put them around a network, system, village, community of people, other educators, people who have more money than us, people who have more knowledge than us, just to put them around a plethora of information and knowledge, experiences. Because one day, their mindset is going to kick in. And it may not be according to what you want for their lives. This is why I said, sometimes we can be living under traditionalism, going based off what we've seen. It is not necessarily rooted in what's best. God gave you a vision. God gave you something to cultivate. And it's up to you to be the best at it. No one can do it like you. Of course, you can have a successor to come behind you, your son or daughter, your grandchildren. Of course, you can have someone to come behind you and finish what you started, take it further. But it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. 6 years ago, my mom transitioned, right? And I had a young lady to reach out to me, asking me about what we were going to do with my mom's business. And one of her statements was, if you all decide to sell me the business, I promise you, I'm going to run it just like she did. It's going to be just like impossible. That was my response. She said, excuse me? I said, that's impossible. You can only run it the way that you run it. My mom ran her business the way that she did it, and no one else can do it like her. She was very passionate about the business. From day one, she was passionate about the parents. I mean, color literally did not matter. She served all types of people. She had businesses springing out of the childcare business. I mean, just her track record, I'm telling you, it was something that is out of sight. And I'm so proud to sit here today living in such a legacy, having to not only that being my mom, but I saw her build her business from ground up. Although I was my mom's assistant, administrative assistant, I went to school with her. I'm fully certified. On paper, I was her assistant. Although I walked with her hand in hand, I know the childcare business. I know the laws of Florida. I love people. I love children. All those things are true. But when she asked me about taking over the business back in 2015, I believe it was, I had a conversation with my mom, and I told her the reasons why I wasn't going to be able to do it. Although she didn't like it, she respected it. I shared that story with y'all just to let you know we all have something different within. And we have to be the best at it during our lifespan or however long it is that we intend to do this. Because there's no guarantees that the person that's coming behind you has the grace to do it. I know for a fact I do not have the capacity to run such a business. Not then, and definitely not now. When I was her assistant then, this was pre-marriage, pre-motherhood, and it was a lot. Now that I have my own family, there's just no way that I could do that. I don't have the capacity. And I am healthy enough and honest enough to be forward about that. Some parents are not willing to accept when their son or daughter tell them, hey, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. They want to force it on them. And what happens? It ends up backfiring. Or you force a business or opportunity on your child and they run it in the ground. And all of your investments are now squashed, squandered over. The gift, talent, or skill that we come to earth with and the ones that we develop over time, it's our job to use those. I have children of my own, and although I have some things that I've already put in place for them, it's up to them to accept it or not. If they choose not to accept it, it goes to the next willing person. But I'm not, as of right now, I have no plans of putting that pressure on them to carry anything, because whatever is in my hands to carry is for me to carry it. No one can carry it like me. They may look like me, sound like me, but they will have their own effect. They may even do it better than I do, but it will still be different from what I've done. And the same thing applies to you. The concern with your legacy, you are your legacy. Just like my mom, her story can't be rewritten through me. Her story is already written. And she did a fantastic job with her story. Okay? Her legacy is intact. Whatever I do, my brothers, whatever we do from this point on, that's our legacy. We are her descendants, but it will be our legacy. Of course, her name may be attached to what we do, especially for those who know us. You know, they can say, those are Priscilla's children. Of course. But as far as what Priscilla did and what Priscilla was skilled at, none of us can do it like her. And no one can do it like you. So lose the expectation. Take a load off your shoulders. Take the pressure off. You say you want a son to play football to be just like you. He may turn out to be flamboyant. So you spent your whole life talking about your son is going to follow in your footsteps, all for him to be flamboyant. This is just reality. It doesn't have to be your reality, but someone is dealing with that right now. This is what I'm saying. Take the pressure off. We don't know what we don't know. We can pray and hope for the best. But baby, just like Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Do the best that you can as a parent. Stand with your children as they're exploring life, dipping and dabbing in this and that, trying to find where they fit in. However, those expectations, I'm just sharing this with you so that when it does happen, it's not a bummer. You would have already been hip to this. You are your legacy. Okay? You are your legacy. Trying to relive it through your children, that's going to be your child's glory. They will be the ones that's praised, not you. Just because you started something and they take it further, that will be your child's name, not necessarily yours. Okay? We all have our own identities, and it's time that we face that and take the pressure off the children. Have you ever thought that if you step back and allow your child to do them, they may totally catapult your life from where it is right now? They may take the family's name to another level, to different heights. They may take you out of poverty. Totally change the trajectory of your life if you just stand back and let them be them and do them. their gift, talent, or skill may take you and the whole family much further than what you could have ever imagined. So take your hands off and let every man work out their own soul salvation. Now, I know that's a scripture, that's different from what I'm saying, but let every person, let every child, we're supposed to teach them, guide them, and everything. However, at a certain age, we're supposed to do this and trust that we've helped them cultivate those wings, that we've helped develop their wings. And when they fly, hopefully the whole family will rise with them. But if you're trying to hold them down to your thoughts, hold them down to what you see, what you expect, you may end up doing more damage than good. I'll see you all in the next video.